Hey guys, it's Kelli France, and I'm going to be talking about joining the Small Plate Club today. But first, let me tell you a little story. Because my name is Kelli France, I have always wanted to go to France and Europe, and I met this guy at my church who is an artist, and he lived in Italy for several years and painted there. And so I was talking to him about Italy and about all the fabulous places to eat because I love food. And we were talking about gelato because that stuff is amazing. And I asked him, the best place to eat gelato, and he told me. And then he told me that whenever he goes, he always gets like the family size, and which is like this big. And he said that most Europeans tend to get like the small. And he said it's usually the Americans that get the family size all for themselves. And it just made me think of, I've always thought that Europeans lived a very sophisticated life. And one thing that just really made me think of how Americans kind of eat in supersized portions. And how if we could just eat like Europeans, where we just take, like a bite, or we just have a small portion of the foods we like instead of being extreme, then I think that the obesity would be a lot smaller. That the issue of obesity in America would be a lot smaller. So I really liked the idea of trying to eat like a European, in the fact that they eat small portions. So for me, because if I tell myself I can't have a cookie, that makes me want to have that cookie like 100 times more. So I can't be extreme in anything when it comes to eating. I've learned that about myself, and so I have to eat like a European and just tell myself, okay, I'm only going to have one brownie, or I'm only going to have a little bite of this. And that has really helped me to not overeat. And I remember when I had just had my fourth baby and I was 50 pounds overweight and I was ready to lose that weight. I remember deciding that I was going to go get smaller plates. So I went to Target, and these were the size of my plates of the normal plates we eat on. And so I decided, nope, it's time to eat on smaller plates, because in my opinion, a plate's kind of like a purse. However big your purse is, you just fill it up. And however big your plate is, you tend to fill it up. So I ended up getting the same. You can see the difference here. This one's a lot smaller. And because I knew that would help me eat less, right? So that was a good investment in my weight loss plan, because smaller plates equal smaller portions, which equal smaller pants, right? And that's what most of us are going for. And so, and that's part of eating clean, is eating smaller portions. Now, so I really encourage you to join the Small Plate Club. If you don't have any plates, go buy some today. And if you do, start eating on those instead of your larger plates, because you're going to feel like you're eating more. And because if you're filling this up, it's going to feel like you're eating just as much as had you filled this up. And it's just going to make it a lot easier for you to have portion control. When I was a teenager, I have I have 6 brothers, 2 real brothers and then 4 stepbrothers. And eating was sort of like this almost competition with them, because those boys could eat. I mean, they ate a lot. And so as the sister, I feel like I almost had to keep up in order to get anything. And my dad would even encourage me. He'd be like, I remember eating in a Mexican restaurant and like eating the whole plate. And he was like, "Atta girl, weighted down that plate." And I don't think we don't have to be part of the Clean Plate Club. I know my husband's parents called it the Clean Plate Club. You got to clean your whole plate. You got to eat everything on your whole plate. And we don't need to be part of that club. We need to be part of the small plate club, okay? So you don't need to clean your whole plate. That was something I had to really change my mindset on, because I was used to just, almost like trying to survive with my 6 brothers, trying to like get what I could and then eat the whole thing. And you don't need to do that. So that's been like a different mindset for me that I had to change. Was, okay, I can actually leave half of this food here. I don't have to eat the whole thing. So leave the clean plate club and come join me in the small plate club. And now remember, just because you're eating clean doesn't mean you can eat tons of clean food. So don't be thinking, oh wow, I'm eating clean so I can eat more. No, that's not the case. And here's a good rule of thumb for how to control your portions in addition to using a smaller plate. So if you have, for your lean proteins, and it's all with your hand, so you'll always remember this. With lean proteins, you're going to use, it should be the size of the palm of your hand. So your meat, whatever meat you eat, or anything that you're going to eat that's a lean protein, needs to be this size, okay? And then you're going to eat, for your complex carbs, it should be 1 handful, all right? So if you're going to have rice, that's about like half a cup of brown rice, half a cup of quinoa, whatever. So just kind of size it out by this. And then when it comes to your complex carbs from fruits or vegetables, you're going to use two cupped hands together. So that would be like a salad. Your salad can obviously be bigger and fit 2 cupped hands. So you can see how you can easily fill up a small plate with using your lean proteins, your complex carbs, and the complex carbs from fruit and vegetables. So that's my challenge to you, is to join my clean plate club and gain better control of your portions and eat like a European when it comes to the treats. And I know you'll be doing a lot better when it comes to your healthy habits.